Okay, so now we're making a recipe of Swedish meatballs. We use half beef and half pork, all ground. The pork is 85-15, so it's not overly lean, and the beef is 80-20, which is a perfect mix for us. You keep it nice and juicy. Remember, fat is moisture and flavor. You want these meatballs not to be tough, they have to be juicy, tasty, and we're going to do just that. Now, when you think of Swedish, there are a couple components that are important to have in there. Swedish cooking loves dill, and Swedish cooking loves sour cream. So both of those are going to be in here. I've got a mixture here of eggs. I have some A1 steak sauce. I have some Montreal steak seasoning. And I have a good mixture of a spice blend from Pinsy's that has a high percentage of dill in it. It will make a great dill flavor. Just as with the other meatballs, once you get them mixed together, we'll do a test sample and make sure they're right. Now you cook the tomato, cook the onion just until it starts to get translucent, get soft. Don't let it brown. If it browns too much, it'll change the flavor. We don't want that. Just cook it enough. Let it cool off a little bit. Let it cool off just enough to stop sizzling. And take our meat, our ground pork, our ground beef, add them to it, mix it together just like we did with meatballs. We'll stir them in, not with our hands, break them up. Just stir it in, get well mixed, cook the test sample, put them in the 1 ounce size, bake them in the oven for a while, and then we're going to take and put them in a brown sauce. Think of our brown gravy, and we'll take that brown gravy, we're going to warm it up. We're going to cook the meatballs after they've cooked in the oven for 20 minutes, cook them in the brown sauce another 25-30 minutes. When that's done, then we're going to take some of the brown sauce, mix it a little bit into the cold sour cream on the outside plate. That cold sour cream, mixing with the brown sauce, is called tempering. If you just went and poured the sour cream right in the hot sauce, it could curdle, ruin the whole sauce. This way we're going to slowly introduce the sauce to the sour cream, then put that mixture back in with the brown sauce. It'll work like a charm, and these are going to be delicious. Okay, our meat mixture is all done, all mixed to go, ready to go. Now we're doing a test sample to make sure we got it right. In the pot in the back here, I've got the brown sauce starting to work up. Remember, we'll get to show how to temper that in a second. A couple minutes actually, and we'll go from there. Remember, again, this is a pork and beef combination. So you want to cook to be through without being overly done. You want it to be juicy. You've got that fat content in there for a reason. With a 15% shrink fat on the pork and a 20% shrink fat on the beef, you're going to lose size, not quite a fifth, but you're going to have a nice juiciness and good flavor retained inside because of the fat mixture, because it doesn't all cook out. Don't be in a rush. Let it cook the way you want it to be. You're not going to cook meatballs medium rare. And once it bakes in the oven, it's got another half an hour to bake in the sauce to really give that good finished flavor we're looking for. So the sauce will lend something to the meatball, and the meatball will lend something to the sauce. Okay, check it, make sure it's right. We can fix it now. We can't fix it after they're baked. That's pretty good. Got lucky on that one. Okay, seasoning's good. We're going to shape these up. Now, I talked about having an ice cream scoop to get the right size. Every ice cream scoop has a number on it. And that number can be found sometimes right here. Sometimes it can be found on the end. Sometimes they're color-coded, give a size. But more often than not, you're going to find it written very, very tiny on the inside scooper that moves. This one says 30. That means there are 30 of these scoops for every quart. So you got a 32 ounce quart, you got a pretty good idea. This is going to give you about a 1 ounce scoop. Okay, scoop them. We'll reshape once we get them going. Want your meatballs look nice and neat and tight. With a scooper, you get a chance to do it very quickly, very uniformly, very consistently, and you're ready to go. Because as you discover, there's 1,000 other things that need your attention too. We're going to shake these up, smooth them out a little bit. Remember, bake them off for 20 minutes at 375. Then we're going to finish them for about another half an hour in with the sauce before we add the sour cream. Once you get the sour cream in there, the mixture's not stable anymore. You don't want to subject it to extensive long-term cooking because the sour cream can break down. Okay, we'll finish it up, round them up, and we'll be back later. And there is our appetizer-sized portion of Swedish meatballs. Turning right from on it. All the rest of it's all mixed together very nice and smoothly. Make sure you mix it completely so you don't have any streaks, and you're all set to go. Enjoy.